nature versus nurture debate, who wins? Have you ever wondered why people are the way they are? Why are some people naturally good at sports while others are better at solving math problems? Why do some people grow up to be kind and gentle while others struggle with anger or bad behavior? Is it because they were born that way, or because of how they were raised? These questions are at the center of one of the oldest and most interesting debates in human history, the nature versus nurture debate. In simple terms, nature refers to the traits and behaviors we are born with. These come from our genes, the biological code passed down to us by our parents. Our eye color, height, and even our chances of developing certain diseases are all examples of traits influenced by nature. Some scientists believe that even our personality, intelligence, and talents are largely shaped by our biology. In other words, according to the nature side, we are who we are because of our DNA. On the other hand, nurture is all about the environment we grow up in. This includes our family, friends, school, culture, life experiences, and even the way we are treated. According to the nurture side, it is not just about what we are born with. It is about how we are raised and what we go through in life. People who believe in nurture think that love, education, trauma, poverty, and opportunities all play a big role in shaping who we become. Imagine two babies born with similar genetic potential. One grows up in a loving home with access to good education, proper nutrition, and emotional support. The other grows up in a place filled with stress, violence, or neglect. Even if their genes are similar, their lives may turn out completely different. This is the power of nurture. It can either build someone up or break them down, depending on the environment. But let us not forget the power of nature. Some children show signs of certain abilities very early in life. A child may start drawing beautifully before they even learn to write. Another child might solve puzzles with amazing speed. These signs suggest that some talents or tendencies are already in us from birth. Even identical twins raised apart often show surprising similarities in behavior, preferences, and habits, which shows how strong nature can be. This debate has been around for centuries. Philosophers like John Locke believed that we are all born as blank slates, ready to be shaped by experience. Others, like Charles Darwin, focused on biological evolution and argued that our behaviors come from survival instincts passed down through generations. In modern times, scientists and psychologists have studied both sides deeply, and most now agree that it is not a matter of either-or. Instead, it is both nature and nurture working together. Think of it like this: nature is the seed, and nurture is the soil, water, and sunlight. A seed may have the potential to grow into a tall tree, but if it is planted in poor soil or does not get enough sunlight, it may not grow well. Similarly, a person may have the natural talent to be a great musician, but without training or encouragement, that talent may never be developed. There are many examples of this. A child might be born with a natural sense of rhythm, but they need access to musical instruments and someone to teach them how to play. Another child may not have the same natural talent but works very hard and becomes an amazing musician through practice. In both cases, the final result is shaped by a mix of natural ability and life experiences. In the case of behavior and mental health, the mix of nature and nurture becomes even more clear. Someone may be born with a genetic risk for depression, but a supportive environment can help prevent the condition from developing. On the other hand, someone with no genetic risk may still suffer from depression if they face trauma or constant stress in life. This shows that nature may give us a starting point, but nurture plays a big role in where we end up. The same goes for things like crime, addiction, or success. While some people may have personality traits that make them more impulsive or aggressive, whether they actually become criminals can depend heavily on their upbringing, role models, and opportunities in life. People raised in harsh environments without proper support may turn to crime as a way to survive or feel powerful. Others, with similar traits, may find healthy ways to use their energy, such as sports or leadership roles. One of the most interesting findings in modern science is that our environment can even affect how our genes work. This field is called epigenetics. It shows that certain experiences, like stress or nutrition, can turn genes on or off. That means that nurture can actually influence nature. It is not just about what genes you have, but also about whether those genes are activated or not. This discovery has helped scientists see that nature and nurture are deeply connected and influence each other in complex ways. So, who wins the debate? The answer is, neither side wins on its own. Both nature and nurture play important roles in shaping who we are. It is not about choosing one side, but about understanding how both work together. We are born with certain potentials, but our environment determines whether and how those potentials are developed. Knowing this can make us more understanding toward others. Instead of blaming someone for being different, we can ask what they have been through. Instead of assuming someone is born lazy or bad, we can ask what opportunities they had or what struggles they faced. This view can help us build a more compassionate society. It also reminds us of the power of change. Even if someone is born with a difficult temperament or a risk for mental illness, the right support can help them thrive. Even if someone grows up in a tough environment, they can still succeed with the right guidance and effort. We are not locked into our genes or our past. We are a mix of both, and with awareness, we can grow. In the end, the nature versus nurture debate teaches us one important truth: we are all unique, shaped by a mix of our biology and our experiences. That is what makes humanity so complex and so interesting. Our differences are not just random. They are the result of the long dance between what we are born with and what we live through. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep making thoughtful and easy to understand content about human behavior, society, and life. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.